Tease it.
Yay, okay. Welcome to the, what fucking was it?
17th.
Welcome to the 17th Feminist Rooster Teeth podcast. I'm Michael. I'm actually Michael this time, by the way.
Did I do a good job last time though, Michael?
Identity
yeah, you all did an excellent
resolved.
job. Yeah, okay.
Excellent. We were worried you'd be really angry at us.
No, I was only angry over Wiz.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm Michael. We got Shaddy.
Hello.
We got Rue.
Hi.
We got Ali.
Hi.
We don't have Sam.
No.
Boo.
Nope. Just us.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but, you know, that was probably the first time you've ever introduced me last, Michael. Are you trying to tell me something?
Wait, is it Sam or is it Amy?
Amy.
I
was like, wait a second.
I was going to say, I wondered if Sam was our guest that couldn't make it this week or something.
No, it's because Amy's my cousin and Sam's my best friend. And the way I remember people's names is I remember them by people who are close to me. So I just groped for the nearest name, and it wasn't the right one.
Good job.
And then I was like, wait, it's my cousin's name.
Good job.
Which is Amy.
We tried,
Amy
an
Sue.
attempt was made.
An attempt was made, yeah. See, this is how bad I am at names. People just can't hold it against me. Dates too. No, don't do it. Never.
The only kind of number you'd ever remember is your favorite number.
Oh, yes. I was going to make a segue. I was going to say something like that. Damn it, Ali.
Too slow, Rue.
3,780 is my favourite number.
Yeah.
You guys got it wrong on the podcast last time.
Hey, I was in the approximate right range. I think I was the one who went with 3,000 something.
Yeah.
It was also wrong.
Well, I mean, it was closer than, I think my guess was like 1,000 something. And I was like, that sounds right.
I don't think I even bothered. My whole life summed up. I don't think I even bothered.
No, but I'm super angry about missing Wiz.
No.
Aw.
It was a very on-the-fly thing. We weren't expecting it to happen. I didn't put myself as busy. And so she messaged me, and everyone was like, "Do we want Wiz on?" And I made the executive decision and said yes.
That's Michael, yes, clearly.
Yep.
And then I think the best thing about that podcast was the ask I got that was like, wow, you know a lot of Michaels. And I was like, yeah, I sure do.
That's the best possible response to that.
Success!
That's my favourite thing ever. Oh.
That was amazing.
That reminds me, I saw that ask that you got about people assuming RT's identities or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was really confused by that because they mentioned I know somebody who has the URL, Jeff's Xbox gamer tag as the URL.
Yeah.
And then I think they mentioned me because I talked shit about how I'm Bernie Burns. And then, like, I sort of not internalized. I sort of just used the little bit of Michael sass that I have, like, gained from you, and was like, you don't understand. I'm not faking that I'm Bernie Burns. I am Bernie Burns. So to that anon who asked, I am Bernie Burns. I'm the entire Rooster Teeth company. And you can never prove otherwise.
I mean, think of it this way. They've never seen you and Bernie Burns in the same room.
Exactly. That's the logic that we used when I first assumed the identity and opened up to everybody that I am actually Bernie Burns.
Yep.
I think my favourite ask of the day is, let's see. We're talking about Lucy and the fact that in the film, Scarlett Johansson just randomly kills a taxi driver for not knowing English.
Yeah.
Wow.
My favorite ass today is she didn't kill the people strictly because they didn't speak English. It's not as if she had a personal vendetta against every non-English speaker. She needed an English speaker, and the people who didn't speak English were of no use to her. So she topped them.
I saw that.
It's like
Logic.
Do you know what though? Racists and misogynists and, you know, homophobic people and transphobic people, they're not of use to me. So is it therefore, you know, illegal of me to then go and kill all of them? You know? Yeah. Can I just do that? They're of no use to me. So if that's your logic, then maybe I should, you know, just get rid of them.
Yeah. I was waiting to see people who were going to make the argument, because I already could hear like the argument being made about how like she was in a desperate situation and she needed some sort of assistance. So her first reaction was, because she had a gun in her hand, she decided to kill the person who was of no use to her and force the other person to, in panic, respond yes, that they can help her just so that they don't get killed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I already knew that argument was coming in, and it's like because I did want to see Lucy. On top of them having one of my triggers, the whole problematic theme of that film just turned me off of it completely.
Yeah.
I have to admit,
Really
I don't
sucky.
actually know what it's about. I haven't heard anything about it, so I'm...
Alright.
well,
Here's the synopsis that I've got in
Shadi
general.
can go.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson is kidnapped by a bunch of racist stereotypes of Asian gangsters, and they force her to become a drug mule by implanting a bag of some experimental superdrug into her body. Then she's violently assaulted so the bag breaks, and she gains superpowers by being able to use more than 10% of her brain. And she kills all the people who are responsible.
By the way, that's a myth. We're using all of our brain already. There's no 10%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
but that's the synopsis of the book. Or movie.
I feel like I should take a photo of my face right now. Because it's...
There was somebody who came out with a fan gift set where instead of the main character being Scarlett Johansson, it was Lucy Liu. I don't remember the specifics of it, but it was the same scenario, and they completely like took out the whole racist elements, and it was like her basically getting vengeance towards like the white men that had like done that to her basically, and the editing was stupendous. It was like really great. It looked like it was actually that should have been the movie instead of what they do.
I like anything that has Lucy Liu in it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu is amazing. Yeah. I just caught up with Elementary season 2.
I keep meaning to watch that.
Oh, so good. Amazing.
Apparently it's like a lot better than the BBC version of Sherlock.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's much
I've
better.
heard nothing but good things about it, and I really want to watch it, so I have to find that sometime.
Like, I liked Sherlock until I started watching Elementary, and then I realised that Elementary is everything that Sherlock could have been.
Mm-hmm.
It's that
But then
good.
again, Stephen Moffat was part of Sherlock, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh, Moffat.
No, but I really love Elementary Sherlock because he's much more human, and they don't go on the bloody high functioning sociopath bollocks. And he's it's all about him, because the whole thing with Watson is supposed to bring Sherlock along, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's just him growing as a person and being better.
Right.
And it's great. I love it.
There's a tortoise as well, isn't there?
Yep.
Yes, there is a tortoise.
That's
and
the
he
real
has
selling
tattoos. The Sherlock has tattoos, not the tortoise.
Yeah, a tortoise with tattoos would be weird.
And and also they have done something interesting with Moriarty.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that part. Which I don't want to say because it will spoil it for anyone who hasn't listened.
Right.
Or watched, rather. But it's really cool. I want to talk a bit about the new Moses movie. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Exodus.
Yes, it looks so ridiculous I can't even.
Oh, I haven't
Look
seen
at that.
anything
Batman
of
is
yet.
now Moses.
Oh, really? They made Christian Bale Moses? Like,
What?
That's...
Yeah,
Yes.
Christian, Moses, Ramses, and pretty much every other main important person is played by a white person.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
All of the
course.
slaves and servants and thieves and criminals are played by black people.
I'm really not
Obviously.
surprised. I'm
They
really
even
not.
they even remodeled the Sphinx to make it look more white.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm serious.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And the best thing, or the worst thing, is that all of the servants and stuff are still black.
Oh!
Yeah.
So they've just got this white Moses and Ramses and stuff walking around with these black servants, and it's just like, why?
You know what I was saying about having no need for, racists and things?
Yeah.
I think I can safely apply this to whoever cast this thing.
To be honest, I'm just everyone who's in it can just
Suck a wang.
yeah.
Just sit down and don't do anything anymore, please.
Well, I'm the only person I really give a shit about, and I'm really sad that is in it is what's his name, Aaron Paul.
Oh, the guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's in it, and I'm like, why, dude? I like you. Why you got to do the thing?
I'm a little upset about
Why?
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver as well. Yeah. Just like, why?
I think that one of my biggest pet peeves in any sort of media is whitewashing.
Yep.
Yeah, but
That should not exist at all whatsoever. It seriously pisses me off so fucking bad.
I know, but Ali, there's whitewashing, and then there's making Egypt a plot from the slaves white.
Yeah.
There's whitewashing, and then there's taking it to a whole new level of whitewashing.
There's
Yeah.
whitewashing, and then there's white flooding.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
Like-
it's the most ridiculous amount of whitewashing. Oh, it's you'd think they'd learn.
It just pisses me off because, representation is really, really fucking important, and no one, very high up seems to understand this. It's like...
Yeah, but who makes the decision? Who goes? I know. We'll make the Sphinx white.
The director, the casting
That's
crew.
because they rebuilt its nose after it got destroyed by white people.
Well, they've got like a mock-up of it. They're obviously not affecting the actual Sphinx, but they've changed like the entire profile of the Sphinx
Oh my god.
in their for their set.
Oh, Hollywood.
To
Never
anybody
change. Always
anybody who
change.
tries to say some shit that racism doesn't exist anymore, please take a close look at that and every other movie that you've ever seen where they play any sort of person of color as the bad guy and does not give them any sort of debt and any sort of good image, or plays them as the silly sidekick or as a comedic character that is the butt of the joke. Please tell me that racism does not exist while you're looking at that.
Yeah, if you say racism doesn't exist, take that Sphinx's new nose and shove it up your ass.
Well, I just happened to see a quote earlier today from Neil Gaiman talking about this exact thing.
Oh,
yeah.
please tell me
I
this
saw
is.
that, yeah.
Please tell me this is good.
Anansi Boys, he's talking about HBO's remake of American Gods.
Okay, I'm interested
And he
already.
said that he was really concerned. He wanted to make sure the races of all the characters are kept.
Yeah.
I don't like it when black characters become white in movies or things like that. That was something I found deeply problematic with the attempt by some people who had a lot of money and a lot of clout and who wanted the rights to Anansi Boys at one point. Somewhere in there, they made the fatal mistake of saying to me, and of course the characters won't be black in the movie because black people don't like fantasy.
Oh my god. God bless Neil Gaiman.
I'm glad,
So,
because
yeah.
he has some problems, but it's good that he's sticking to
Yeah,
his guns
because
on that
we
one.
spoke about this
Yeah.
in another podcast when it was announced that someone else was taking over American Gods as a show. I remember Michael and I were quite worried that, there would be whitewashing in it, and someone asked him about it, and he was saying that he wants everyone to stay the same races as they are in the book. And so I'm actually really, really, really fucking happy about that. And I hope it
Yeah.
gets stuck to.
Yeah.
But on a more positive movie, I watched the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie a couple of nights ago.
Oh my god, I still haven't seen it, and I love Spider-Man.
It's really good, and I'm just really pleased because there's the villain, Electro,
Yeah.
and they give him the whole villain arc, like the redemption villain arc of the he's misunderstood and blah blah blah, and then he's becomes a bad guy because he's all misunderstood and he wants power and blah. But the great thing about this is he's a black guy.
Jamie
Hey.
Foxx.
And you never see that. You almost never see that proper, oh, I understand why he's being bad, because he's blah
Yeah.
blah blah. But he's black, and it's cool. He's played by Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
He's also going to be in the remake of Annie, which I really, really want to see.
Oh, I'm
that looks
excited
good.
for that.
I saw
That
the
looks
trailer
really
of
good.
it, and I was trying not. It's like there was like 3 other people in the theater, so I could have been as loud as I want, but I was trying so hard not to squeal because I love Annie. It's possibly the only like out of 3 musicals that I actually really, really liked. I love it.
It's such
And it's
a
like it's
good
like
I mean-
they're not even going back in time. They're bringing it to the modern times. It's like super completely modernized. And Jamie Foxx is like he's what's the guy's name, Mr. Banks or something, and
Yeah.
he adopts
Warbucks.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. And like, oh god, just the modern take on it is so brilliant, and I have so much like hope for that movie. It's gonna be so great. I'm so excited.
It'll be good, and like I'm really pleased because in Amazing Spider-Man 2 they spent more time with the with Electro than they did with the Green
Ooh,
Goblin.
good.
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, which on the one hand was great, but on the other hand I think they rushed the Green Goblin. I wish they'd just had separate movies for them.
Yeah.
I don't get this thing of having 2 villains per movie. I think that rushes it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if we're on the subject of films, do you know what I fucking
What?
saw?
What?
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
That was amazing.
Yes.
I
you
love
like
that
it?
movie.
Okay, like, I'm not going to spoil it, but a lot of people, I went to see it with a big group of friends, and a lot of people cried at a certain part. I did not. I instead cried 10 minutes in because I got very, very, very emotional that my favourite film had a sequel.
Yeah.
The music started playing, and I started oh my god, it was embarrassing. I was sat there holding
It was as
Jules'
good
hand.
as the first one. It really was.
I think
it was
it's
good.
a little
good.
better.
But like, I was sat there holding Jules' hand, and the music started, and tears just rolled down my face.
Oh god, but that's the thing, like whenever movie series do like sequels and then they use like the primary theme that was used in the first movie in the second one, that's what gets me every
yeah,
time.
my heart
They
just
use
did.
that.
My heart just did a thing, and oh my god, it was so good.
Woo.
I was really happy because they used Sticks and Stones, which is the song that they used at the end of the first movie, and they remixed it a little bit, and they had not just like the main like theme from the How to Train Your Dragon 1, but they like incorporated it into Sticks and Stones, and it just was so beautiful. I'm totally with you, Rue. I was like emotional
good.
when the movie started.
But Michael, what were you saying? Yeah.
So there's going to be a third one,
Yes, I know.
There's gonna be a fucking third one.
but the thing is that the thing that gets me is the third one is going to explain why there aren't dragons anymore.
No.
I know.
Why would you tell me that? Oh
Oh no, Rue. Yeah, but that
Michael!
movie, I was the whole time I was like, oh wow. Like I said that maybe 30 times throughout that whole movie because it's just animation boner.
Hiccup took off his mask, and like the whole theatre was silent apart from me going.
He looks like Gavin though. He looks like
I
Gavin.
was so
Yeah, he
embarrassed.
does. There was when they released the initial like pictures of How to Train Your Dragon 2, when they like the first sneak peeks of it like months ago, they were doing comparison images with him and Gavin. And
Because
I
he
was
looks like Gavin.
yes.
Guess who's gonna cosplay him?
Gavin?
Yes, Gavin. Definitely
No.
Gavin. Or Michael.
No, it me.
Nah.
You should cosplay Hiccup, and then you should cosplay Gavin cosplaying Hiccup.
I would do it.
Do it.
I'm making it happen. You have
Do
my
it.
word right here
Yes.
on the wait. What's the date? I
31st.
hereby announce that on the 31st of July 2014 at 8:30, I am going to cosplay Hiccup, and then cosplay Gavin cosplaying Hiccup.
And then you have to
20
tape a
bomb.
sign to the back of your
20
cosplay
bomb.
saying, "Allie made me do this."
I will. I'll have a little sign.
So guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
Everything.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm going to Thorpe Park.
You're going to where?
Thorpe Park.
Oh,
I don't know where that is.
It's like
I'm
a theme
so
park.
jealous. I'm so jealous. I've
Oh,
never
no.
been.
It
and I
was
love
really
theme
fucking
parks.
funny though. Okay, so my brother was supposed to go to Thorpe Park tomorrow with a trippy kind of thing, and I was going to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and take him to go to take him to Hostel and then from there he'd go on to Thorpe Park with with a group of people. But she put it down wrong in her diary, so it was actually yesterday night he was supposed to go.
Okay.
Oh.
So today he was supposed to be in Thorpe Park. So she rang up at like 1:30 and was like, "I've missed it, haven't I?" And they were like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Okay." And then she phoned me and she said, "Michael, do you want to go to Thorpe Park tomorrow?" And I was like, "Okay."
Are you coming? Wait. Does that mean are you? Okay, are you then going back to Cornwall?
Yeah.
I was going to say, come stay.
No.
Oh.
I don't think you want my whole family in a house room.
It's your whole family. I thought it was just you.
No, me and my brother, my uncle, and my mum. And but the thing is, she was like, "Okay, Michael, you're gonna have to do your own ticket." And I was like, "Okay, that won't be a problem." And she's like, "I think it's gonna be about £50." And I just laughed. And then and then I went on my council thing and got it for £21.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm good at money. And and then but then it was like sorry, I know this is getting boring. But then she called back and she was like, "Can you do it for Ian?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm at work and my boss is like sitting right next to me, and it costs 10p a minute. I'll give you the number and the code, and you can go do it." And she's like, "Okay." So I give her the number and the code, and then like 10 minutes later, she calls back and she's like, "Michael, it was asking if I wanted a car, a van, or a house." And I was like, "What?"
What was going on?
And then she was like, and I gave them the code, but they didn't know what it was, and they said I should just call you back. And I was like, "Mum, I think you've got the wrong number."
Oh my god.
So I gave her the number, and then she's like, "Okay, Michael, what do I do once I've rang the number?" And I was like, "Okay, you ring the number, you ask for tickets to Thorpe Park. They will ask for a reference code, you give them the reference code, and then you pay." And my boss was just next to me like... just next to me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm so jealous though. Thorpe Park is meant to be really, really good, and I love like theme parks. And I've only, because I've got younger siblings, we don't tend to go to kind of big ones, so we always go to like we go to Chessington.
Yeah.
Or we sometimes go to Legoland, and I
Legoland's
love
a
Legoland.
miserable place.
I love Legoland.
Yeah, but
I want to go
flamingos
to
are...
Thorpe Park and stuff because it looks so good, and I'm such a thrill seeker and stuff like that.
I've been a couple of times to Thorpe Park.
I went to Chessington very recently, and I went on. There was one ride that I've never been on, and I don't know if you've been to Chessington, Michael.
No, too far away.
Okay, well, it's basically I'm not gonna be able to explain it. I'll find a video of it, but there's a kind of thing, and you sit in it, and it spins you like round and upside down. And I basically had to take my glasses off because you go upside down and you spin a lot, and I would have lost them in the fountain.
No.
I'm pretty sure centrifugal force would have kept them on your face.
I don't think they would. I nearly lost a necklace.
Okay,
so.
Wow.
maybe not. Usually if you're spinning, like, you know those things where you stand up and it spins you around?
Yeah.
Usually the force keeps you in place. So.
Well, the thing is, at one point, you're basically in this, it's like if you imagine kind of two poles, and then there is like a lot of seating on like the bottom of these two sets of poles, and you get spun around, but there's this one point where they bring you up fully, and then they face you down.
Oh, so it like turns onto its side.
And like, no, it's really hard to explain. I'll link a video, but you basically end up going face first down into this water, and my glasses don't like fit me 100%, so they absolutely would have slid off with the water on them. Yeah, but it was really good. So
yeah. The only ones that we go to Flambards a lot because that's pretty close by.
That is an interesting name.
I don't know.
It has the most gorgeous Victorian village in Flambards.
Oh,
absolutely amazing.
Wait, so this is in Cornwall?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I should go.
Or maybe Devon. But anyway, but it's pretty close to Cornwall. But it's Flambards, and they've got a Victorian village where they've got over like years and years they've collected little bits of Victorian stuff, and then they've built up a whole village with like shops and stuff with waxwork and like stuffed animals and things.
That sounds so cool.
It's so pretty, and I really love it in there. I could spend ages in there.
And
they've got a similar thing called Britain in the Blitz as well, which is it's because the Victorian village is quite big, but the Britain in the Blitz is quite small. But it's a similar idea.
Okay.
Well, the one thing I don't think, like, I haven't been to an American theme park, but it sounds like they're better than British ones.
Well,
Hell
Americans
yeah!
do it bigger usually.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want to go on a road trip to America. I want to go to theme parks in America.
If
Take me with
any of
you.
you guys came to like Miami, I would probably take you to like this thing called the
Welcome
Youth
to
Fair.
Miami. Huh?
Bienvenidos a Miami.
Did you hear me sing it? To
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. But there's this yearly fair that they have towards like the end of the year called the Youth Fair, and it's kind of small. It's kind of like a carnival sort of, but a little healthier. And it's like they have like rides and like shops and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. They have it right next to one of the bigger universities in their city, and a lot of people go there, and it's really fun. And they have like really awesome food and rides and gifts and stuff like that. And of course they have like those games that you can easily get ripped off of, but it's still really fun to play.
No.
Yeah.
Well, have you been to Alton Towers?
No.
Yeah, see, that's the ones I go to. I go to Alton Towers, Flambard, and Thorpe Park.
Oh, you go to the big ones. I'm so jealous.
I've been to Legoland once,
I love Legoland. My childhood.
but I was
is
very young,
My
and all I
childhood
remember
is
is
mostly
miserable
Legoland.
flamingos.
Yes.
We don't have a huge number of theme parks
That's all I
around me. We've got one that's like a hour or so drive out, Wonderland. It's pretty big. It's got the biggest roller coasters in Canada, and they one cranks the top 10 lists for all the ones in like the world
Nice.
Cool.
in terms of like speed and height. But that's the only like
Oh
theme
my
park.
god. You just reminded me. I was talking with my friend on Skype the other day, and then she IMs me, like, really panicked, and I was like, what's wrong?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
wrong? She's like, you need to turn on the Travel Channel right now, and I was like, why? She's like, Rooster Teeth is riding a roller coaster. I was like, what?
They had that. They had that
went
as an RT Life or something, but you can't see it if you're not in America.
Oh, I don't know, but it was
Yeah,
really
no.
cool. This
They-
was a while ago, because it was Jack, Joel, Gavin, and Barbara.
Yeah, they released
And-
it, like, it was on the Rooster Teeth website, but it doesn't work unless you're in America, and the Travel Channel that it was on has it on their YouTube, but again, it won't load unless you're in America.
Psst,
Wow.
Roo. There's a thing you can do.
I know!
Hold
I
on.
know! I tried, Hola on Blocker and it wouldn't work.
No. ZenMate.
Zen. Okay.
It's a Chrome extension,
Okay.
and what it does is if you click it, you can change your location.
It sounds like
Oh,
Hola. That
shit.
sounds like Hola, but
No, it actually works because I can do it on Netflix. So if it works on Netflix,
okay. I'm gonna try the thing.
Do it. It was really cool because I watched it, and the whole time Gavin and Barbara were screaming, and Gavin, of course, screaming the way that he screams. It was so fucking hilarious at like
Oh my
3 in the
God.
morning. I was losing my shit. He was like, oh, and I was like, oh my god, this is so glorious. And then like it showed like Jack and Joel like behind them like screaming, and that was also like really funny because seeing Joel like woo, it was really funny. But it was really great.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, on the subject of Rooster Teeth, like we can now change our well, it's called the field is called sex, but we can now change the gender on our profiles.
Hey.
Yay!
Do you know what I was
Yeah,
gonna say as well?
I've watched it
Speaking
like
of Rooster Teeth.
7 or 8 times.
How about that Ruby episode?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm not a massive Ruby fan, which is kind of ironic, really, because my blog was featured in an anti-Ruby article.
God, I saw
as a
Yeah,
fan.
I was looking at that. I was reading the article, and it was like you said, it raised some really interesting points about the show overall. And it was
Yeah.
like it was a lot of the arguments that were being made about Ruby, especially with season 1, where it was basically about John, and not about the ladies.
That's an argument I have seen a
It's
lot,
all
though.
about John.
I've seen it a lot with that. That's one of my big complaints about it, and the one I'm always bringing up with people.
Yeah.
I think it brought
Well,
up
it's
good
just-
points, but I think it was a little unfair at times because they kind of just wrote off some things. without like even discussing or talking about it. It was like all the main girls were just written off as one-note stereotypes, but Jean is obviously the deepest one, even though he's not that much deeper than any of them, and they're not as shallow as the person sort of wrote them off to be.
Well, to be honest, the fact that like, I probably would have paid more attention, but the fact that they didn't even put enough research into my blog before using it as a source to know that I'm not actually a fan of Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not even that bothered, because it wasn't, like, the worst in the world. But it's like, but if you can't even put enough research into a blog that you want to quote to find out that they're not actually a fan of Ruby... before you write an article about Ruby, that's kind of a bit of a red flag to me.
Yeah.
What? They totally took something like you said out of context?
Oh my god.
What?
But
And it wasn't even like, and they were acting like I was excusing everything that Ruby was, when all I said was, Ruby's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's a syntax difference, but pretty okay means in the UK that it's like, it's okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
maybe a bit shit.
it's basically the same thing.
I really liked the new episode.
Yes.
I fell head over heels in love with Emerald, and I can't even pretend otherwise.
I'll watch it, because like I said when I was talking about it, I thought the first season was a bit shallow,
Yeah.
but I have faith that they'll improve. And I also thought the animation wasn't brilliant, but again, I have faith that they'll improve on it.
The animation is a lot nicer.
After watching RVB?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And they'll just get better, because that's what they do.
Yeah, the animation's better, and...
Yeah, that was one of the things that they were making comments on, about like how shitty the animation was. I was like, wow. Like... what the fuck? They were criticizing like all of the animation, and they were showing like some of the choppier parts, and I'm like, well, they just kind of, this is a different style than what Rooster Teeth usually does. And a lot of the reference that they get is from Red versus Blue, so a lot of them, and on top of that it's mocap, and then just like they put in as much work as possible. I mean, they're not a multi-billionaire industry.
Yeah.
They have like a limited set of technology that they're working
Yeah,
from,
but
so they're
I mean,
not going to have like amazing animation.
It's still a fair criticism to make, because the animation isn't good.
Yeah.
But
well, I know that, yeah.
It's still something they'll get better at as they get more used to it.
Yeah, because
it's going into new territory for them. So
yeah, and the comment was that people defend it by saying they're a fan-made thing, but they're not a normal fan-made thing because they've got associations with Bungie. And I was thinking that has not that much to do with Ruby, though. Probably nothing at all directly to do with Ruby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like,
it's more
Rooster Teeth's policy has always been to do a thing and then get better at the thing, and that's better than not doing the thing at all.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, this is the first kind of imitation anime thing that they've done. Like, they don't have experience with this, but as it goes on, they're gonna, figure out new ways to do things and improve upon it. Just like anyone doing anything will.
The animation's already a lot better, and the setup they've got for this volume with 12 episodes that are going to be at least 12 minutes each promises a better pacing than they had in Volume 1. Where they had a lot of episodes that were like clocking in under 5 minutes because they were going too much with like a red versus blue policy design there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I don't understand is people's averseness to like calling it imitation anime.
Yeah. I don't know why people are bothered by that. It's not, it's done in the Western... where am I going with this? It's like, it's westernized.
Well, yeah, it's anime as it's used outside of Japan is used to say is used for Japanese animation. So it's not Japanese animation, but it's like Japanese animation. It's an imitation of Japanese animation. So but it's like, and then they're like, oh, but it would be, and then Monty's like, oh, but it would be called anime in Japan, and it's just like, yeah, that's because it's their word for cartoons. They call everything anime. The Simpsons is
But
anime.
I think he also did specify that it's not, like, he's not calling it anime. I think.
He said that it's called anime in Japan.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
he
anime.
specified that everything's called anime in Japan, but it's not necessarily called that here, I thought. Maybe I'm misremembering.
No, I don't know. I mean, I was just going off on and on, so maybe you're right and they're wrong, whatever. But it's just like, it's not an anime. But that's nothing against it. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's not anything bad.
It's not a negative thing. It's not, and I think a lot of people are taking it in that way, and it's not. I mean, it's not really an anime. It's something else. It's from a different part of the world. So I don't think you can.
Well,
really
it's called anime-esque, I think, is the word.
Yeah, anime-esque.
Right.
But I mean, Avatar: The Last Airbender was one of those, and it's great. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really good. I kind of don't want to start Legend of Korra.
Apparently Legend of Korra is quite good.
I've heard it's good, but I've heard that it slips up on a lot of things that The Last Airbender was good on.
The first season wasn't received well. A lot of people were really unhappy with it, but it was like, so it was like, with the first season, it was just kind of like they rushed things really fast, so a lot of the things that were, like, supposed to take a little more time to be resolved were kind of just like, oh yeah, and then this happens, okay, it's all good. And then, Korra, who was initially supposed to be played in a sort of more independent kind of way, just kind of was written off more as a love interest again, with like the whole main character falls in love with the sidekick kind of trope. And a lot of people were kind of really unhappy with that because it became a little bit more about her and Mako towards like the end of the season, and then the trouble with her and Asami. And then it was just really weird how the whole first book finished, and then they came out with the second one, and because after like the first book finished, I was just kind of turned off from it, so I didn't really go into the next season, and so I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, because the great thing about the first one was how like, I mean, we had a really powerful female character, and then we had another really powerful female character who was also blind. And it was just really cool in that kind of way. That it had an ethos that I really liked. And I hear that it's not repeated in The Legend of Korra.
No. Well, I mean, with Korra, 'cause she is the Avatar, and she's portrayed like in a particular manner, and then she's given like as for a female character, she's given a lot of like great chances. She becomes this really great character. I like her character overall. I just didn't like how they handled her towards the end of the first book.
And I also heard that while Zuko goes on to be awesome and everything, the what's the water tribe girl? Katara, that's it. Yeah, Katara.
Katara.
She's apparently doesn't really do much.
Do you mean in Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, no, in The Legend of Korra, because they're all grown up, they're all adults.
Oh, right, yeah, because she was a little viejita, so she was like, she kind of mentored Korra a little bit, and she makes a few appearances at the beginning of the show to kind of convince Korra to go seek some sort of help from Aang's son, Tenzin. So that she can get trained in airbending and become full-fledged Avatar, because she already has all the other elements mastered by, like, age, like, I don't know, 17, 18, I think?
Okay.
And, she just kind of provides, like, a sort of, like, cameo from the original gang, and that's it. Because everybody else was gone.
I heard that she hasn't really done much, which kind of seems against what Katara was like.
Yeah.
So that kind of bothered me, because I was like, okay, I like Zuko a lot. He's probably one of my favourite characters, but like, if you think that Katara wouldn't be right next to him kicking ass,
Yeah. I mean, they've already done that. They've already shown a lot of that in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was really fucking great.
I love that show.
I can't comment on any of this because I haven't seen either of these things.
You should probably watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of.
I don't really like. I haven't really watched a lot of anime-esque or anime ever. But my friend Sam was like, "You've got to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender," and I did, and I loved it. So.
Well, I'm kind of bogged down at the moment. I'm watching Free Eternal Summer as an ongoing thing, which is
and the bike anime.
And the bike anime, Yaomushi Pedal, and I started watching Kill la Kill, which is it's good, but at the same time I have a really big issue with all the skimpy outfits that's in there.
Yeah.
I actually had a discussion with my friends about that because they were recommending for me to watch the anime, and they know that I've become like very big on feminism in the last like year and a half. And they were mentioning, like, I talked to them, like, I was, at my first impression of it, I was really hesitant, because I know with anime, with a lot of anime in general, whenever they have, like, girls portrayed as powerful, they have to be as, like, sexy as possible, too. Like, including, like, a lot of the panty shots, and, like, cleavage, and all that stuff.
There is, you know, a fair amount of that in it as well. And it's good, but I'm still slightly hesitant. I'm about 5 episodes in, and there have been, like, so many things regarding that I'm a bit unsure as to whether I want to continue watching it.
Right.
But because, like, I don't know if anyone else knows the whole premise of
I
it.
do, yeah.
But,
No.
there's this strange dictatorship thing going on, and this girl who's the main character gets transferred to the school that's under the dictatorship because she wants to find the person with the other half of a scissor blade that killed her father, so that she can get kind of like vengeance or whatever.
Okay.
And they all have these weird uniforms that give them power. And and she ends up getting one that's not quite the same, but still gives her power. And it just becomes very, very skimpy as soon as like she has to give.
She goes through a transformation sequence,
and it becomes really, really skimpy, and everyone comments on it, and people like give her these looks, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I started watching something interesting called The Strain, which is a new
Oh my
series.
god, I've been seeing the commercials for that, and it's ridiculously creepy.
No, see, so what it's about is I read the read up on it and it sounded interesting. It's about because I have a thing about viruses and the spread of viruses and blah. So it's about basically a virus spreads and it's vampirism or something. But I watched the first episode and then suddenly this tentacle monster appeared and I was like, there was nothing about this premise that suggested tentacle monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
where did this come from?
But no, so the vampires are the tentacle monsters.
God damn it, Rue.
So the vampires, yeah, they're tentacle monsters, apparently. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting, though. But the main character is kind of shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
The commercials, I've been seeing it because I watch FX sometimes, and it's like, there was this one part where, like, this dad goes to check on his girl, and she's, like, taking a bath, and she kind of has her head half under the water, and he kind of stares at her, and he's like, what's going on? She's just staring dead ahead, and then she blinks, and then her eyes do, like, that lizard thing.
Well, because basically what happens in the first episode is, like, there's a plane, and the plane lands, and it's just dark, and there's no one there, and so they have to go on board the plane, and everyone on the plane is dead. They're just dead in their seats.
Okay.
And, like, there's 4 people survive it. They just wake up and scare the crap out of the people on the plane that go in to, work out what has happened. And the media,
good thing.
And the media says it's carbon monoxide poisoning or whatever. So they release the 4 people and they send the other bodies to the morgue because they're not convinced it's carbon monoxide poisoning. They think it's something else. And then at the morgue, the bodies wake up again.
Okay.
So they come back to life, and then they go home.
And then they go home, that's it.
Yeah, and...
Standard.
But the thing is that obviously they're not... There's something wrong.
Right.
And they're actually vampires now, so...
Okay.
Oh. God.
But it's pretty interesting.
Didn't Gavin make a comment about that show at some point where
I
he's
don't know,
like...
I'm way behind.
I just said, like, briefly on Tumblr in, like, a GIF set where he was talking about, like, the worm in the eye or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
which is,
that
like,
happens.
supposed to be, like, yeah.
Oh, I'm not good with eye gore.
Because they're all, like, wormy things. See, I'm way behind on Achievement Hunter. I'm about a month behind. I just got to the bit where Gavin, like, shot himself 5 times in a day.
Oh, my God.
Which I was crying over. Poor Gavin.
I have a new
Did you not
problem.
remember? Did you not see that?
No.
I think it was the Titan Let's Play,
Yep.
Titanfall.
But I have a new problem with YouTube. But like,
I think Ali wants to know more about Gavin shitting himself 5 times a day.
What? That sounds like something that would probably happen to Jeff.
Yeah, that's actually the joke they were making. But no, he ate something that disagreed with him, and basically he had anal leakage.
Oh,
gross.
God.
It was just water.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it was just leaking out of his butt. So he shat himself like at breakfast.
He actually, during the Let's Play?
No. During he shot himself like at breakfast, then on the plane home, and then like twice in bed, and there was one other time as well that I can't remember.
That is terrible.
And then he didn't take the day off, so he was just sitting there trying not to shit himself, basically.
What the hell could have caused that kind of reaction?
I don't know.
God.
I've had food poisoning, but I've never had
Yeah, nothing like that.
That is terrible. That is disgusting. Oh, I'm kind of sorry I asked. Oh, God.
Yeah, we'll probably have to trigger on that part.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was crying. It was funny.
That's
Just like picturing Gavin going to the app to the it's got to be the worst to have that on an airplane. But they go to the airplane and like trying to like clean up and stuff his underwear somewhere. And...
Oh my God, that's fucking terrible. That is so horrible.
It was fucking great.
Oh God, I kind of have sympathy for Gavin in that situation because I do have a lot of like tummy problems. So it's like, it's okay, Gavin. I feel you. I've never had that happen to me before, but I feel you.
Yeah, but anal how does that even like...
That has to be some seriously bad food that he ate if it caused that kind of reaction. And I'm really hoping he saw the doctor.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
It cleared up after about 4 days.
Oh my God.
He commented that he could fart again without having to...
He could trust his farts.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's a little off subject, but that is actually a legitimate worry for me if I'm way older, that I won't be able to ever trust my farts again. I don't know why, but it's a legit worry for me.
I don't think... I've never had an accident with a fart either, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna comment on that on my end. I'm just... So what was your problem with YouTube, Rue?
The desperation in Ellie's voice.
It was all to do with because Michael was saying that Michael, you were saying you're behind on it now, but like the problem I have is I'm quite behind as well. So I often watch things while I go to bed, like because I can't sleep in silence, so I have to watch something and have something on, and then I'll fall asleep halfway through.
Same.
But my YouTube lately has been doing this thing where it automatically assigns everything to a playlist and just plays through it.
Yeah.
And so it's just really annoying because obviously I'm behind and I start with like the most recent thing that I want to watch and work backwards. And it just keeps telling me that I've watched everything and I don't actually know what I haven't seen and what I have seen because it's
I don't
going
know
when
how
I've
to
been
disable
asleep.
that. There must be a way to do it, but yeah,
There
it's been
has
doing
to
it to
be.
me.
It's just the most annoying thing and I don't know why they've done it and I wish I could figure out how to turn it off. But I'm basically behind and I don't know what I haven't watched anymore.
I had that happen because I was trying to catch up to... I started watching The Creatures recently, and I was watching their Minecraft Let's Plays, and I started doing... Because what I used to do is I used to watch Game Grumps before I go to sleep, and I would watch RT during the day.
Yeah.
But, like, since I'm, like, so totally behind on both of those, I started... I don't know why. I was, like... My logic was, like, let me just start something new. So I started watching Treetopia, and I watched those until I fell asleep, and then I'd wake up, and I'm, like... 6 episodes ahead, and I'm like, I really have no idea where I stopped.
Yeah,
I really have no idea when I fell asleep.
It's really irritating.
Yeah,
YouTube fixed that.
I cannot fall asleep while watching videos like that. Like, I can't. Yeah,
I
so
couldn't
I
do
don't have
either,
that issue.
I can. I fell
The
asleep
closest-
watching
really
the new Banjo-Tooie Let's Play because I got really excited. I was like, new full play! And I find Michael's voice the most soothing out of everyone for some reason.
When he
It's
screams
not
at everything?
It's not my minor crush on him or anything, but so I fell asleep listening to that, and then I woke up to like some Let's Play that I haven't seen. I was like, I was watching Banjo-Tooie. What's happened?
Speaking of, Ali did something funny earlier. She came into the chat and was like, "Can you believe that there's these?"
God damn it! Why would you bring that up?
I want to know. I want to know.
Can you believe that there's these gullible people who are like believing that Jack was in a porno and Ryan was a model? And we're like, Ali, well, think about that.
No. First of all, Michael, I was like, does anybody believe that post that is going around on Tumblr? I was being genuine and asking y'all if you knew or believed it.
This is the one you put on Facebook.
Thank you very much for painting me in the asshole light.
This is the one where you put it up on Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then you were saying
if it was
that there
fake or not.
that people had been saying that Jack was in a porno and Ryan was a model and
Michael
was a yoga instructor. And I made a really inappropriate comment.
Oh my god.
The only one I have trouble believing is Michael being a yoga instructor.
I know, right?
From a quick check before we started this up, because in response to that, I think it was another Let's Play of The Forest, where Ryan talked about being a model for a magazine called the Twist or something like that.
Really?
That sounds like an interesting magazine.
He said it still exists.
Hi.
Oh my god.
So just before I came back, I had my first driving lesson.
Hey.
My god.
Which was scary. Controlling a moving car is scary.
Yeah, I found it a lot of fun when I was learning.
Oh my god. It's like, oh god, it's moving.
No.
It's moving faster. Make it stop.
You wait until you do reverse parking.
Oh, fuck reverse parking.
Yeah.
I love reverse parking.
All I did today was I learned how to pull out and start driving, and then
Did
pull
you,
in and
Michael?
start driving.
Did you learn how to pull out, Michael?
Yeah, and I learned how to change gears.
Ooh, slow down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we don't have automatic cars. We have manual.
Well, we do have automatic cars. They asked me
Wait,
if I wanted.
wait.
They asked me if I wanted to learn automatic or manual, and I said manual.
It's less common to have an
stick.
automatic car. It's mostly manual, from my knowledge.
Oh, that's a good skill.
It's not difficult.
It's not difficult. It's quite easy.
It'll be
I
more
don't think I
difficult
would
for
ever
me
be able
because
to
I
drive a manual
learned
car.
on an automatic, and going from automatic to manual is more difficult than the other way
That's
around.
why they
Yeah.
recommend that you learn in manual.
Well,
Yeah.
I had to learn in a car we had.
I mean, there's not a lot of good manual cars. All of the cars that I've had surrounded in my life are all
I share
Yeah,
a
but it's
car
not
with my
difficult.
Yeah,
All you have
same.
to do is put down.
Yeah.
Is have to take your foot off the accelerator
And put it on the clutch.
and put it on the clutch, and
And
then
move
change
the
the gear.
gear.
I would probably forget. I probably would.
Um,
I'd be like, oh, I have to change gears. Why is the car stalling? What the fuck just happened?
I always find it hard going from one car to a new car because I learn manual in my instructor's car, and then I share a car with my dad, and the car that me and my dad have is tiny, and like it requires a lot. Like the gear is really stiff as well. You have to pull it up and then push it in, and it's just really weird going from one car to another car and figuring out like your biting point and everything. You're gonna have fun, Michael. Figuring out the biting point and
I've
everything
already
on
done
different
that.
cars is hard.
Well, okay, I've only done it in one car, but the worst thing is that you're concentrating on so much that you accidentally veer into a hedge.
Did you do that?
Oh no!
Well, no, I didn't. I just kind of,
Oh my God.
you know, got a little bit close.
Oh
no.
my god.
It's I think the hardest thing is when you have to make sure that you're not too close to the edge of the lane or to the curb or anything like that. I have a hard time.
That's what I was having trouble with.
Yeah.
Because I was concentrating on everything else, like when I was supposed to, like, brake. and I kept not paying enough attention to the space between the car and the curb.
Yeah.
I can't.
I hit several garbage cans when I was learning how to drive.
See, I
My
never
sister
did.
got very mad at me.
I never did that, but the first time I went driving, like, around the town with my instructor, I was concentrating on so many things, like, and a pedestrian crossed in front of me when I wasn't expecting it, and I might have nearly hit them.
Oh my god.
But I was fine. I didn't hit them.
Did the instructor have to slam on the brakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's this person just like darted out in front of me, and I was like, shit, and it was an old person as well, and I wasn't expecting him to move so fast.
Oh no.
The one that nearly got me was
So the instructor just slammed on the brakes for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
The one that nearly got me was going for like a practice drive with my dad, and I misjudged how far I'd turn the wheels back and wound up on my neighbor's lawn when I backed out of the driveway and then tried to go forward again, and I hadn't turned the wheels enough, so I wound up on my neighbor's lawn briefly.
Oh my god.
Because I was just like, well, that wasn't where I thought the wheel was pointed at all.
Oops. Well, yeah, because it all takes much less than you think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you only need to move that. Apparently, I'm gripping the steering wheel in a death grip.
Oh.
But, he's like you don't need to hold the steering wheel so tight, and I'm sitting there like.
Oh my
See,
god.
the one thing I was always good at, I haven't driven since last September, because I went away to uni and I didn't need a car. But I was always very, very good at parking, like, exactly straight on the curb. Like, not on the curb, but, like, enough distance away from the curb. I was perfect at parking.
Teach me your ways. Teach me your fucking ways, please, because I'm terrible at parking. It's, like, infamous among all of my family and friends. Like, the first thing that happens is when we have to go somewhere and I have to park, they're like, oh, here we go, and I'm like, god damn it. Are you serious, you guys? And then I park, and one of my friends or my dad or anybody that I'm driving with peeks out, and then I wait in, like, anticipation. I'm like, did I park right? And then I get that look that, like, you fucked up, and I'm like, oh, god.
Yeah.
I'm good at reversing.
Yeah.
I'm good at reversing into parking spots. That's
one thing you have to be good at in Cornwall is reversing.
Yeah.
Because like it's all single lane stuff. So.
Yeah, the reversing isn't so bad. You just gotta do the arm against the back of the passenger seat thing and look around and double glance and look everywhere because you never know when a car is gonna come out. And
or a pedestrian or a bicycle.
Yeah, I had the hardest time with driving because when I finally started driving the car by myself, I happened to also have gotten my new job, and I was attending one of the downtown campus. And in case you guys don't know, Miami downtown is like a mini New York in terms of traffic and pedestrians. Okay. Meaning people people
crawl across the road like snails.
They walk when they want. They don't even look at you. They just walk. They know that you have to stop.
How did that become crawl?
No, they did not crawl. Michael, why?
It went into the vagina, so...
No! I hate you all. Whatever.
Oh, well.
They walk whenever they
crawl.
want.
You said it again.
I did!
Oh my god.
And there's cars, the cars like take their sweet ass time, or they're fucking hell, Michael, I'm trying to tell a story.
They crawl across the road.
God.
They crawl whenever they want.
That must be terrifying. I wouldn't expect to just see someone just come like sliding out from behind the car or something.
It's like that video of Andy. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh my god. Oh, nope. What?
I haven't seen that, no.
Andy got very drunk. And it was just sliding across all the walls of the hotel.
No, oh my god.
That was actually something that literally happened in Silent Hill, I'm pretty sure. A monster just came crawling up from under a car. Terrified the hell out of me.
Anyway, what were you saying?
So I'm now imagining that...
I'm now
imagining Miami is Silent Hill.
They walk wherever they want. They literally, because like that's like literally all of downtown and entering Miami's like famous street, Gallo Ocho. They fucking cross the street. That's what I was wanting to say. I was trying to say cross and walk, and then it came out as crawl. And they don't even look at you, so there's a very high chance that they're gonna walk and take their sweet ass time, not even caring that the light is green and you're gonna probably hit them. So as a first time driver driving by myself, driving downtown, having to parallel park when I'd never done it before in a Ford Explorer, which is a big ass car and possibly the most stressful part of my city in driving. I think it was a pretty hard lesson for me.
Oh god, I'm not looking forward to parallel parking.
I like parallel parking.
Oh, fuck
Here,
off, Ray.
wait, hold on.
Nope.
I've got a tip for you. When you want to parallel park, you're gonna want to stop at the same, like, right next to the car that you're gonna park behind. Like, so that you guys are at level. So it's like the nose of your car and then their nose, it's like perfectly at level. And then you start to reverse. It'll seem like you're gonna hit the car when you're turning. You're not. You have plenty of space. And if all else fails, flag somebody down.
I'm just picturing in like a couple of a couple of months, and I'm like, Ali, I hit the car. Thanks, fuck you.
What I was imagining is when Ali said, "I've got a tip for parallel parking." I thought she was then going to stop and then go, "Don't."
I should have.
Yeah, you should have. But
parallel parking is the worst thing in the planet, but I mean, it's also really necessary, especially if like you park in areas where you don't really have like the two lines parking spaces or whatever, and you have to parallel park. It's like, it sucks, but you have to learn it, and once you learn it, then it becomes a little bit easier to do, but it's still possibly the worst thing to do about driving.
Honestly, right now, I can't even picture being in a position where I could start and stop the car that quickly.
I still have to take my driving, like my practical driving test, because I passed my theory like probably coming up to 2 years ago, which is when it runs out.
It won't be. Hold on, the dogs, but it won't be applicable anymore. I think it's after 6 months after the theory you can't.
No, it's 2 years.
2 years. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's coming up to it. So, yay!
What the fuck was
probably
that,
do it.
In 4 years of driving, I haven't had to parallel park yet.
I've had to, yeah. I've had to. It sucks, but I mean.
Because I was talking with my parents when they were teaching me how to do some stuff in that, and like put their car out so I could practice in front of the house for like an hour. And my dad said he's parallel parked about twice in 25 years.
Holy hell.
You're gonna have to stop because the dogs are barking.
Woof, woof, woof.
Out!
Oh. I thought you hate yourself and you went, ow!
No, I was yelling at the dog.
Guess what, guys? My audio made the word hi, so I print screened it.
Oh yeah, that's cute. You have to give it. You have to post it.
Oh well.
Yeah, awesome. So the one thing I'm proud of with the driving lesson is I didn't stall the car when I was trying to make it go. So that's something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I stalled once when I was trying to make it stop.
Yeah.
I didn't put the clutch down fast enough.
I misunderstood you, and I thought you were about to say I stole a car once, and I was like, whoa.
That would be impressive because I might have been able to steal the car, but I wouldn't be able to drive it.
Yeah. You can't jumpstart them anymore.
Can't you?
No, I don't think you can jumpstart cars anymore.
Are you speaking from experience, Rue?
No.
Are you actually are you a Grand Theft Auto character?
That's what they said, and therefore I accept your apology. Goodbye.
Who's they? Huh? Who's they?
I'm sorry, I just quoted Green Wing at everyone, so.
Anyway, it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Oh. What?
I have ice cream to go and eat.
What flavour?
It's possibly a Fab, and it's possibly a Mars bar ice cream. I don't know.
I had the best ice cream. I had a Ben and Jerry's ice cream, but it was a peanut butter ice cream.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Peanut butter is my favourite.
It was peanut butter with little Reese's cups in it.
Oh my God. This is a spoiler. If anyone, I know it's nowhere near Christmas and therefore nowhere near my birthday, but if anyone wants to send me anything for my 20th birthday, just send me 1,000 Reese's peanut butter cups. Thank you.
Hey, my birthday is in 2 weeks.
Oh
my God.
Be old.
Oh my God. Are we recording on my birthday?
If it's 2 weeks today, we will be.
Oh my God, wait. I need to check.
Is it the 14th?
Yes.
Ali's gonna be old.
Then we're recording on your birthday. Ali's not old. You're just a really, really young baby, Drew.
We're recording on my birthday!
I'm 20 this year, Shaddy. How dare you?
I'm excited.
Are you going to be here to record on your birthday?
I don't know yet. I was hoping to do a party on my birthday, so I may not be there. I may just jump in and say hi to
Ali.
everybody and
Ali.
then disappear. What?
I'm going to make a party hat and I'm going to wear it for the entire podcast, whether you're or not you're here, and then I'm going to take a picture afterwards.
Oh, thank you, Rue.
You're welcome.
I say that you should title the next episode "Happy Birthday, Allie."
Well, what time is the podcast for you?
It's at like 3 that we
maybe you could do the podcast and then have a party.
Maybe. I don't know, because I was hoping to maybe do that because it is on a weekday, and that's the only day that my boyfriend could get off since he has holiday or whatever, and then his boss was like, oh, you better thank me that I got you this day off or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay. And it was really awkward because we were planning on making the birthday the next day since it was a Friday and not the Thursday, so now I have to have it on Thursday since he almost got in trouble with his boss for getting that day off.
Oh.
Wow.
So, but I mean, everybody should say happy birthday to me. I love you all. Khaleesi bequeaths.
And hopefully you can, make it here, Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be honoured to have your presence.
Yeah.
I would be honoured to have my present too. I would want presents. Everybody needs to give me presents. Everybody needs to give me dragons. Dragons for my birthday.
Alright, so I know what I can get you then, Allie.
Yes! Yeah, you better, fake husband. You better. I'm watching.
Right.
I think you'll appreciate it.
So, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any pluggy things?
Besides my birthday, no.
Besides your birthday?
No, nothing right now.
Nothing from me.
Nope. I hope everybody has a good day after they listen to the podcast.
Me too.
Aren't you cute?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, bye.
Bye.
We love you. Bye.
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 Got like 9,000 Snapchats.
Tease it. Django. Tease it.